Doesn't that look better with a nice new water pump and timing belt, idler, tensioner? Hey people, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. We're doing another BFE job, the big one on the Hilux. We've got a number of how to replace this timing belt and water pump, and it's pretty much, I'm going to call it a massive job. It is actually a massive job to get in there and replace that. Once you release that tensioner, always turn it over, double check all your marks before and after, and turn it like that. If you can turn it that much, you know that you're right. On this particular engine, some other engines, you probably need to turn it all the way, get it back to the mark, recheck all your marks. We're just sort of demonstrating here some of the things you might want to do. It's actually imperative that you double check that you don't forget anything in this part of the engine. If you've taken the top cam gear off, that 19mm, make sure it's at 98 Newton meters. The 10mm hex down there on the idler, don't forget it, the two 10mm. If you want more detail, we've got in the VIP group, there's some more further detailed videos. That's the clients group. But there's probably enough on YouTube there for you for free if you watch all the videos. There's playlists there. I've talked about the playlists a lot in other videos. The way you work out how we roll and how we're trying to help thousands of people is you just watch the videos. You'll soon figure it out. Keep watching the videos, keep listening, watch till the end. If you do want to get one of these, what we call the BFE kit, big front engine job, BFE kits, we can send them anywhere in Australia. Monday morning from 7:30 AM, text me, I need to know your details. Like I've said in a number of videos, you can check out the playlist, how to buy my kits. You can check out the BFE playlist. You can decide whether you can do it or not yourself. You can decide whether you want to get this kit, get it all the right bits in one place to keep your reliability 100%. Watch the videos, you decide, get yourself educated. But Monday mornings, text message only. Don't bother trying to call. I'm going to say it again. Quite a few people still try to call. Obviously they're new, they haven't watched videos. So yeah, watch before you call, because calling certainly will not work. Look, you know, for about the last year, we've been it's been a bit of a joking around thing about, you know, the send the alcohol, the beers, the job, or the bottle of gin and all this sort of thing. I'm just having a health correction at the moment, so don't bother bringing any bottles of gin. But the beer, because the workers like a beer, so the beer is Asahi, right? So if you want to, only if you want to, you can bring the beer if you like. You can bring it when you drop off the vehicle. It'll make everyone smile. You can bring it when you pick it up, or you can not bring it, whatever suits you. But yeah, forget about the bottles of gin. If you want to bring me something, you know what I'm into now. I'll tell you what, I'll be having a drink with everyone. Yeah, that Nexpa kombucha, the mango, you know, you get the 4-pack bottles in Woolworths or Coles. If you want to impress me, you just bring a bunch of those packs of 300ml bottles, whatever they are, and that's what I'll be on. Maybe some other zero sugar mixes, ACVs, anything that you're on yourself that you like, that you recommend, bring that down. So yeah, no alcohol for me, because I need to be around and functioning properly to be able to help you people out with all this stuff for a long time yet. So yeah, making some health corrections, no alcohol for me. Oh, have a look inside this engine, nice and clean, isn't it? That's what you get with regular oil changes. We might get in there a bit closer soon and have a bit of a look, but there's people inquiring, okay? There's people ringing, I don't know. Don't ring, it doesn't ring, the phone doesn't ring. You just get it's a red number, it's a text message service. Please watch the videos, please subscribe, turn the bell on. Otherwise you're just not in the loop and you don't know how things work. So there's people asking, oh, you know, watch a lot of your videos, you know, do you take bookings? So just going to quickly run through the booking system. Okay, so yes, we take bookings, but obviously we can't do everybody's, which is why we've got an education program to help you learn to understand the vehicle, and then at your discretion, whether you choose to work on it or not. All care, no responsibility, you know, disclaimer, you know, you're not a vehicle technician, so I can't teach you everything you need to know in a video, but if you watch lots of videos, there's a good chance you'll be highly educated and be more skilled than a lot of people that you could pay to work on your motor vehicle. So if you want to book into the Prada Hospital, what you need to do is that text message again, the best time, and it's going to just come back to you all the time. So first thing I want to say, we don't book more than a week in advance. I'm not the guy that's booked up 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, book, you know, I'm not doing it too hard. I'm just concentrating on the next 7 days at a time, you know, 1 day at a time, but obviously we need some sort of planning. So up to about a week. So this is the way it works. By around about Tuesday afternoon, I've got a fair idea where things are at for the rest of that week, and then what we can book in for the week after. And if you were to text message me the right details and questions on a Tuesday afternoon around 2 p.m, that's currently probably your best time. And at that point, I'll either ask you to message me back maybe Wednesday or Thursday at a certain time to either confirm or deny, because I might be waiting on other people bookings to confirm other jobs, seeing how they're going, if there's extra work, that sort of thing, or not. If not, then it'll be the week after. Most likely when your booking is going to be, it's going to be on a Tuesday, so bring the vehicle in, drop it off Monday afternoon, 3-4 o'clock, whatever, and we're going to work on it Tuesday, Wednesday, something along those lines, those sorts of days. Parts day's Monday, so that's text me for your injector kits, your BFE kits, your wheel bearings and all that. We've been through that. You can check the playlist, check the videos. I can only help the people that listen to the information, that watch, listen and learn, and get on our Facebook pages. So any more texts, any more phone calls about anything? Nah, sorry, can't help you. Text messages about bookings, no problem, but understand, because people are asking, what's the lead time? How far in, It's not more than a week, but it all depends if those people, again, putting it back to you, please text me on Tuesday at 2 p.m, for example. If you do that, good. But if I've said to someone else, please text me on Tuesday at 2:30, if you haven't texted me at 2, the 2:30 will get your spot, the 3 o'clock will get your spot. There may be a few people texting me on that Tuesday afternoon. So it relies upon you, and there might be a spot for 1, 2, 3 people, whatever it might be, depending on the work to book in, or more, or less, whatever. But the point is, once that's booked in, then it'll be, sorry, look, it's not going to work next week. This could be 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. It could be Wednesday, it could be Thursday. It's not going to work this week. Please text me again next Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. or 2:30 or 3, whatever time that from whenever you originally contacted me, which I'm suggesting sometime on Tuesday is probably a good time to ask about bookings, even if you text me in the morning. And I might say, please text me again in the afternoon. Can you please text me Wednesday at 11 a.m, whatever the case may be. That's how it works. And then I will hopefully get you in the week after. If I ask you to do that, it's a chance that you'll be in the week after. So if you're not ready for a booking, that's the good news. If you're not ready for a booking, then don't send me a text, because I might say, how about tomorrow? Because sometimes we get cancellations, okay? Sometimes I'm that busy that I don't respond to texts, and I ask people to text me and I go, hang on, I've got to get back to you. And next thing you know, we've come up to that date. We haven't got stuff booked in. I've got all these people waiting because we're just so busy sometimes. So trying to help explain, to help you understand how it all works. Now, we've got to get back into this engine, get this job done. Now, obviously for a long time we've been doing this. For a few years now, I had an assistant that started off more of an assistant and give him the crappy jobs, but we're doing these jobs together for years now, and pretty much he takes care of most of all the important work. And the awesome news is he does things exactly the way I want it done, just like I'm doing it. So it may not be my hands on your job or all of your job, and there's a good chance it probably won't, so let's be clear about that. But it'll be my guarantee, my workshop, done my way, exactly how I want it done. So it'll be, you wouldn't know the difference anyway. So I could tell you that I've done the job, but I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I've done it if I haven't done it. We do it together, because at the end of the day, even if I'm not touching things, it's supervised, it's done the way I want to do. It gets my final checks, I sign it off, happy days, right? So we're working here as a team. All right, what else we got for this video? Give people some info. And this is not for me, but this is the current bribery. So that's what everybody likes. That's the go, that's the stuff. Anyway, something else for you to think about before you rush in and spend thousands of dollars replacing your injectors, because sometimes they don't need to be replaced. This vehicle, 2014, I think, full DLC injectors, only 130,000 Ks. By time, we got that 7-year 170 rule. That stands for all the 120 Prados and that sort of vintage Hilux, as we've discussed in many other videos. Check out those playlists, injector information. But I believe these injectors are still very good at 130K. The DLC coated stuff, it's going to be good to at least around 200,000 Ks. It's just the seats may not be good that long. So if you've got a 13, 14, 15 and everything's running clean, no smoke, we believe the injectors haven't been removed before, there's a possibility you or we can remove the injectors, reseat them, check everything, check all the valve clearances and get it all back together like we've just done with this one. And we're going to be sort of seeing a bit more of this, I think, where people want to save some money And I'm not here to try and sell you a set of injectors when you don't need them. So we've, you know, it's a hard one sometimes because these pipes, you know, it doesn't do a lot of off-road, but if you saw them on the bench, they're looking pretty average. But, you know, we give them a clean up, and they haven't been off before, so it's really only the second use of the pipes on the same injectors. Yeah, so what we're expecting to get out of this is about another 5 years, hopefully. So that'll push it from 2014. It's now 2023, so it could be 2027, 2028, or about 200 and maybe another 100,000 Ks, something like that. Thereabouts, ballpark. We'll just see how it goes, check the feedback values, check for smoke, check if it gets noisy, any sort of symptoms arise, then it could be a case of, oh, well, we should have just replaced them. Poor man pays twice because you're paying all the labour anyway. But you're saving yourself about $2,500 on the actual injectors and pipes themselves. You've still got all the other gaskets, bits and pieces and everything from the job. And kind of a little bit of extra work too, because, you know, cleaning up the injectors, we replace the O-rings and the seats. And of course, all the usual sort of cleaning and stuff like that. And cleaning up the pipes, which is something we don't normally do. It's the injectors come out, the pipes come off, and we just use all new ones that are nice and clean. So there's a little bit of extra work to do there as well. Anyway, that'll wrap this one up. That'll give you a bit of information for the night. Have a good evening. Catch ya.